I have not seen myself in flannel in a very long time. It's funny. You know what they say about girls that wear flannel? Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you are new, hi, I'm Amanda and I make subpar videos on the internet. Today's video is part of a series that I have going called Coffee Conversations, where I grab some coffee and sit down and talk to y'all about a topic that is on my mind. And I have a topic that I've been really excited to talk about for a really long time, but in the spirit of the fall season, I am wearing my sister's flannel because I was cold earlier. And as you can see from the title, I am trying a pumpkin spice latte for the first time. I have never had these before. I don't typically like things that are pumpkin flavored, so I thought to add some spice to this video that I would try pumpkin spice latte and have it be on camera while we have our little chitty chat. So if you like this video, feel free to leave me a comment, hit the subscribe button. Let's hang out on Instagram. I'm on Instagram a lot during the week. I post videos every Fridays and sometimes bonus videos throughout the week. So if you want to follow along, you are welcome to do so. Okay. You know what? I thought I was gonna hate it. I don't hate it. I don't think I would voluntarily buy this. I'm more of a salted caramel mocha kind of gal, but this isn't bad actually. I'm surprised. I thought I would hate it. It tastes a little bit like liquefied pumpkin pie filling, which is interesting. If you watched my most recent video, which was a week in the life from a couple weeks ago, I filmed it and then I got sick so I couldn't edit it until just now. But that video, which was posted last week, was in part a celebration of the fact that I finally finished a novel draft. And it kind of dawned on me that I don't think I've really talked about that or that project or anything with you guys. So for this video, I wanted to talk about the creative process. It's something that's been on my mind a lot, and specifically that process as it pertains to writing, and also kind of as an update on that novel and like telling you guys what's going on, if all of that makes sense. It's a new adult post-apocalyptic novel. It is the story of a group of 20-somethings and their road trip of self-discovery across the country, while they attempt to help one of their own carry out a mission that the narrator character, who is also the main character, the story is told in first person, wants nothing to do with. She does not want to be a part of this. She hates that she is being forced to take moral stands, and she just wants to drive and be done. That's it. So that's the story. Full disclosure, I usually plan out these videos with like a simple outline. I did not do that with this one. I am very tired. My 3 brain cells are like in my brain bouncing around like the Windows screensaver, which is why I'm not as like insane as I usually am. I need to like adjust. I don't know how to sit up straight, clearly. Can I like get taller? I wanted to talk in this video about storytelling and the impact that I believe it has on people and on society, but that would be a really long video and my coffee is getting cold, so I'm going to try to condense this as much as I can. It's not as good cold. When it's cold, it just tastes like pumpkin pie filling with like a hint of coffee. I should have gotten an extra shot. Also, if that wasn't enough to throw me off, the prices, like this whole thing was $4.81. This is a tall, this is 12 ounces. It's weird. It's very interesting to me to look back on my process writing this novel now that I'm in the editing stage and see how the different stories that I have consumed over my life have informed the way that I choose to tell stories of my own when they come out of my own brain. So like I'm reading it and I can like pinpoint the certain things that I do like to this book. You know, I can look and go, okay, I learned my ability to manage an ensemble cast in writing. I picked that ability up from Stephen King's It. That I learned how to write this kind of scene by reading and consuming Leigh Bardugo's Six of Crows series and Cassandra Clare's Dark Artifices series, you know, stuff like that. Like minimalist dialogue and narrative I got from Maggie Stiefvater, and the power and influence of first-person narrative to establish plot and setting without having to spend a lot of time with exposition, that's Patrick Ness. Found Family Trope, the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series by Rick Riordan. Like I can find all of these influences that I've had and I can just, you know, take them and you know, turn them into my own. And it's really interesting to me to see just how subconsciously storytelling has impacted me, let alone how valuable that is in real life, like consciously. Like I can choose to take in a story and have it impact me, but then also like in the back of my head, you know, subconsciously there's still an impact these stories are having. And that's really, really cool to me, but it's also kind of scary because all I keep thinking as I'm editing this book is that what if that does that for someone else? Like what if this thing has an impact on someone else in that kind of way? And that feels like a lot of pressure to me. I don't know how published writers do it, where they can like, they put stuff out in the world and they're like, here, read this thing. And then people like do. It's weird. I continue to be inspired and gratified by how consumers of media are consistently calling for more and better representation, because I am a firm believer that storytelling that does not depict the world as it is flawed storytelling. Writing a novel versus reading a novel, it's very different. It's very interesting because I enjoy this process that I'm in and undertaking right now, because editing is so interesting to like refine a work that you spent months slaving over. It's very stressful and daunting, but it's also a lot of fun, and I really enjoy like getting the chance to do that sort of thing. The biggest thing that I'm working on in this novel in terms of storytelling and the functionality of it is not putting things in there that make statements. I wanted to write a story that was ambiguous in all of the ways that might alienate people. I wanted to make it plain, for instance, that that my main character is not white, but not specify further. I wanted to make it plain that another one of my characters does not use he or she pronouns and leave it at that. You know, it wasn't the resting point upon which the story stands, but it was there. And I really like that in a story, and I'm striving to put that forward. I think it's really interesting about how we choose to, as a society, allow media to define so many of our standards, and yet we're just kind of out here like being so careless with what we write and our representation. And we're so used to seeing more of the same that when we get something new, we either politicize it or we reject it, when we really should just consume it and start thinking about why it's making us uncomfortable. At least that's my hot take. Yeah, I don't know. I think this process has taught me a lot about myself and what I value in media and how I want to craft stories. I'm very, very excited to edit it. I have a couple of people that are willing to edit it for me once I'm done with it. And it's just weird. It's weird to have like this thing that I wrote, like that it's done, and like it's sitting on my computer and I'm looking at it and it's mine. And like for the first time, I think about like possibly, you know, sending it to an agent or doing whatever I do with it. And like I get excited at the prospect that somebody might meet my characters, because my whole thing is like, I believe, and I believe this since I started putting poetry on Instagram and fan fiction on the internet. The second that it leaves my brain and my hands and my computer and goes into the world, it's not mine, it's all of ours. Whoever it is, that's how I feel with these videos and this channel too. This channel belongs to all of us. So, which is why I always solicit video requests, because this channel is not just mine. When I put videos out into the world, I am doing it for you. So therefore, this channel is yours too, because you are watching these. It's an exchange, and that's what I love about the creative process. And so I don't feel like a lot of people have described like, oh, it's my baby, I'm so scared to release it. I'm scared of the querying process because I don't like getting rejections, and I know that I'll get rejected. But I also am excited because there's such a tiny, tiny chance, but a chance nonetheless, possibly, maybe, that this thing could be published and thrown out into the world and people could read it and it won't be mine anymore, because it's been mine for 9 years. And I've talked about it with my mom a little bit, and I've talked about it to Liz and to some of my friends back in Mississippi, but like, I've had it for 9 years. You know, I want to be done with it. I want to have it be yours, because it's no fun to keep this stuff to yourself, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of myself for creating these characters, and I'm proud of myself for creating this world, and I'm proud of myself for telling the kind of story that I needed when I was 12, that I needed when I was 15, 17, 19, and 21. A story about someone who feels like me, who has experienced the things I've experienced, and yet is not defined by that, and a story that has all the things I love about the genre of post-apocalyptic drama, or whatever you want to call it. The moral grayness, the moral inaccuracies and ineptitudes of life, what it's like when people are stripped down to their basic elements. All of those factors, I'm so excited that I got to take them and turn them into a story of mine, because that's what I love about that genre. And I really hope that somehow, some way, you can have the choice, opportunity, chance to meet these characters, because I want to share them with you, and I want to take the story out of my hands and put it into the world, because I'm tired of it being mine, you know? I don't know, I'm tired of it. So yeah, this is such a self-indulgent video, I'm so sorry, but this novel is vastly becoming a very important part of my life, and I wanted to fill you in on that and talk a little bit about the creative process. I'm definitely want to film more videos on storytelling and all that stuff, because it's interesting and important. So yeah, but that's all for now. Thank you for watching. I hope you're well. Hopefully my pumpkin spice latte response was not heart-wrenching. I'm sorry that I did not enjoy it as much as most people do. I'm just a salted caramel mocha kind of gal through and through, I guess, but it's okay. It was better when it was warm. I love you all lots. Thank you for watching this video. Please feel free to talk to me anytime. I like talking to people on the internet. But yeah, I'll see you soon. I love you lots. Please be kind to yourselves. Please be kind to others. Happy fall. Cheers if you're drinking tea or coffee. I love you lots. I'll see you very soon. Bye.